Very good evening. In this video, I am talking about importance of English. English is worldwide language. Uh, Nowadays, everything is in English. Uh, as in previous days, uh, there is importance to Telugu and other language across in India. Um, uh, but nowadays, uh, with the effects of globalization, we all need to learn English. Everything is in English. We want to go for other countries and for doing jobs and interact with other language peoples. For all this, we must learn English. So the students who are learning and studying uh, their education from nursery to nursery and their school level, they are easily able to learn English and speak also in English. Nowadays, we see our students and children all are easily speaking English because of they are studying English from their childhood. We learn anything, uh, we practice and speak and studying. So, if we practice anything, we learn easily. So, the students who are uh, studies their academics in Telugu and after that they are converted into English. Uh, they are facing some issues when speaking in English. So uh, really it is hard to speak in English. No, according to my experience and observation, it is not hard to speak in English. If we focus on this, we easily learn because of uh, before to us many people who are studies in Telugu and they are converted into English medium and they learn English structure, grammar and tenses, vocabulary, all they learn one by one. So they practice thoroughly. After that, they easily get jobs in their fields and now they are in higher position. All this happens because of practice and learning English. If we want to develop, we must and should to learn in English, to learn English. So I am also studies my previous education in Telugu up to 10th class, and after that from intermediate onwards, I continues my studies in English. In beginning, I am also facing a lot of issues when studying any subject. I feel difficult. Up to 10th class, I am a uh, excellent guy in my subject. If I learn and at the time of listening classes, I had understand everything easily. Uh, at that time, I am not referred to the textbooks also to attend the exams. I I remember the classes and understand them at the time of teacher telling directly. Uh, I went to the exams and I scores highest at that time. In my own language, I also uses my imagination to my listening points. At that time, by referring only one time the textbooks and guides, I am easy. I have easily written the exams. So after graduate 10th class, I changed my medium into English. In my intermediate, I take MPC. In that, the main subjects are maths, physics, and chemistry. Maths is my favorite subject, so I easily in maths also, I am not able to understand the problems. What is given and what we learn, what we find out, what is the procedure, what are the requirement he given from by using that requirements, what solution we solve. So up to 1 month, I'm not able to understand anything. At that time, I faces a difficulties in my studies. So at that time, I want to remove my English medium to Telugu medium. So at that time, I'm not, you know, lose any confidence in myself. I'm waiting up to 1 month and 15 weeks. After 15 weeks and 1 month, by listening the classes, the teacher saying, I understood how to understand the English. So simply, I understand the maths problems and the solution is in my hands. I find out solution very easily by understanding the question. So the difficulty was with physics and chemistry. By physics and chemistry, uh, I'm not understand. So first I'm starting with maths equations present in physics and chemistry, the formulas, and by practicing those, and I am writing whatever I learn in English. Simply, I am starting from small sentences to understand. At that time to up to my BTech, I continue my studies in English and I writing anything in English simply, and sometimes the grammar mistakes are happened in my English. So up to my graduation, I got a good score in my academics, but the problem was with English speaking. So at that time, I'm not shows any interest to speak in English. So at that time, I'm not get a job because of some technical issue in computer, and my communication skills in English also. So the guys who are studying their economics from uh, childhood in English, there if they don't have, even though they don't have subject knowledge, by only English communication, at the time they manage the interview, so they got a high package salaries who are having less knowledge in academics and less uh, discipline in their studies, and also they get a job easily. So at the time, my weak point only is only in English. So after that, I'm realizes. After that, I have realized. So I'm also want to get a job to fulfill all my dreams. So I focus on my English. So I'm starting to speak in English by taking one topic and one image, one issue, one thing. In the starting, I'm uh, at the time of starting speaking in English, I face some difficulties. So simply, I focus on tenses. I know all the vocabulary, but I don't know how to use them uh, timely. That related to situation. So first we uh, learn tenses in English. So in English mainly there are three tenses. So first thing we want to speak in English. So we do understand the tenses. So in English mainly there are three tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Out of these three tenses, um, again these three tenses are again classified into four times. four types: simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Again, past tense also: past simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past continuous perfect tense. Future tense also: simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. So each the main three sentences again classified in four types. Total we have 12 tenses. So really, if we want to speak in English, we there is no need to learn all these 12 tenses. Out of this, we learn only four tenses, five tenses to speak in English. That they are simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and simple past tense, past perfect tense, and simple future tense. So, anything happened in our life tells by using only these tenses. Just present happens, works are tells in simple present tense and present continuous tense. Just completed actions are tells by using present perfect tense. The things that are happened yesterday or before 1 week, they are tells by using past perfect tense. We use simple past tense also to tell that uh, things. The things that are happen in future, like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after 1 year. So by telling that uh, things, we use simple future tense. Uh, in my opinion, by saying my experts and teachers, uh, English is nothing but uh, any not difficult language. We speak to understand. It is the interaction between the two people. If other people easily understands our thoughts and opinions without any confusion, that is the English. So at the time of speaking, we use only less rules to speak in English. So by following only simple subject, verb, and object format and some vocabulary and some up to only 100 words, we easily speak in English. So students don't uh, afraid about speak in English. All learners are from great practitioners and trainers. So in beginning, we face some difficulties. So by continuing some days, we get fluency in our English and anything. So with confidence,